assign to the buttons on the keyboard Q, W, E, R, A, S, E, F. So using these buttons in any combination of sorts gives you varying spells. So we need to heal ourselves. Like I was explaining before, left mouse button is what you use to move around. The right mouse button, I'll explain to that when we get to that. But right now we're going to talk about the middle mouse button, which is what you use to self-cast spells on yourself. So we learned healing, so you can cast any spells up to 5 times, and then I'll self-cast on myself with the middle mouse button to heal my life. So yeah, basically just explain all that on the screen. So yeah, so we healed ourselves, and the next step now is to bust using middle mouse button. Okay, I healed myself. Okay, so the next thing is to bust this rope, which I'm gonna... To use your secondary weapon, which isn't your main weapon. Your main weapon is like your staff, so your secondary weapon is like whatever other weapon you have in your hand. You hold the shift button, and then you can use the right mouse button to switch. So I have a kick-ass gun which I'm going to use so much. So yeah. So we learned our second spell now, which is the Earth spell. The projectile attack, physical damage properties, and opposites of Earth and lightning. So, okay, conjure 3 Earth elements, hold the right mouse button, which is what I was saying before. Right mouse button is what you use to charge your spell to cast your wand, which is your primary weapon, or your staff, I should say. Not your wand, which is in Harry Potter, but your staff. So you use the staff. So we need 3. Like I was saying, you can cast any spell up to 5 times, so that's 3, 1, 2, 3. So we see there we have 3 rock elements or earth elements. So, and then right mouse button to charge it, and it's at max, so we release, and the wall is destroyed. And we learned our third spell, fire. The spray attack spell, properties of that are there, and opposite of fire is cold. Pretty self-explanatory and makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're gonna cast fire. For the hell of everything, cast 5. Spray the torch. Aha! Light your ass on fire. So yeah, that was the right mouse button again. Like I said, use the right mouse button to cast your spells. Okay, so on the other side of the chasm there's another torch, but it's too far. So to reach the spray spell, because like I explained before, fire is a spray spell. So here's where the game starts getting fun. You can actually combine varying elements of different types to get varying effects. So here we need to cast a fire to light this over here, but it's too far. So what we need to do is, earth is a projectile spell, and fire is a spray spell. So we're going to combine the earth element and the fire element so that we can shoot basically a fire rock over at that so that we can light it on fire. So let's do this. Earth, fire, and then we charge it. And we shoot it, bam, and it's lit. So this is one of the things that's pretty fun about this game, that you have that kind of freedom of sorts where you can combine varying spells and get really cool effects. So we got, what, this is our 4th spell now, lightning. Lightning type spell has properties of lightning damage and it jumps from target to target. And the opposite of lightning is earth and water. So we're gonna cast lightning. To open this door here, we're going to, I guess, electrify this generator so that the door can open. So we conjure a lightning element, and we electrify that motor, and it opens the door. Okay, and we need to get over here, walk through the water. In this game basically wizards can't swim, so water isn't exactly a friend, but this is shallow so you can walk out. But as you can see, my character is drenched, he's wet, so the last thing you want to do while you're wet is cast electricity, because we all know that water conducts electricity. So like it says here, dabbling in electricity while you're wet is a really bad idea. So we're going to have to dry ourselves off by casting fire, and then self-casting on ourselves with the middle mouse button so that we can basically dry off ourselves. And it says, note, be sure not to try this trick if you're already dry. So basically that means you set your ass on fire if you're already dry. So cast our fire, self-cast, and you see the steam coming up off us. Right there, we're dry. So we're good to go. We can cast our lightning gun generators so that we can open the door. But there's two generators, so instead of doing them one by one, what they're saying here is that the easiest way to do this is to cast an air spell. You do that by holding down the shift button, which I mentioned before, to use your secondary weapon, but instead of pressing left mouse button for your secondary weapon, we're going to actually hold down the right mouse button when we're casting the spell so that we use our staff, because the right mouse button is what you use to cast your spells for your staff. So let's load up some of those lightning spells, and then we'll area cast and charge all to the next one. Bada bing, bada boom, and we're gone through. So we got another spell. That's like the fifth one now, I think. That's what? Arcane Magic. Arcane Magic is a beam type. Properties are arcane damage, explosive, and it heals the undead. And the opposite of arcane is life, like it told us before. The opposite of life is arcane. So now that we have that spell, we can go a little further on. The generator for the next door is too far away. So we are in the same problem like what we had before when we were trying to light the